Western New York Live.
Welcome back, everyone. We begin our tabloid tale from the beginning. In 1991, Buckingham Palace was shocked by the article in the National Enquirer involving sailors from the Royal Yacht. This is the article. This is how it appeared in that article back in 1991. The strip club manager who sold his story, the photos too, now tells it to Western New York Live.
Princess Charles, Lady Diana were in Toronto, Canada. The Royal Yacht Britannia was on its farewell voyage. They were going to dock this thing, take it back to England, and out of service. And I noticed that Lady Diana, Prince Charles were there. That night, around 7 o'clock, 6 young men entered the private eye complex on Highway 55, Viagra on the Lake. They came in, and I noticed that their outfits were a little expensive. They were soft, plush, kind of felt or something. So I knew this was the crew of the Royal Yacht Britannia. So I had the girls go over and start partying with these guys, and before you know it, they're there with the girls, sitting down, cavorting, and we started having drinks with the guys and everything. I took the camera out, we snapped 6 pictures. 6 photos were taken. Then we started having Zambucas with these guys, you know, drinking, doing our party thing. One of them explained here, as it says right here, that he was he had the Navy's diving insignia on his uniform. He was the diver that checks the underneath of the bombs, underneath the Royal Yacht for bombs, which in 1983, then President Ronald Reagan and the Queen Elizabeth met on board the Britannia, the same ship, the same crew, right? And they had to take Reagan and the Queen off the ship because 8 bombs were found on the ship that day. And I had the same crew here at Private Eyes in Niagara-on-the-Lake, cavorting and fondling the beauties at Private Eyes. Now, I called Buckingham Palace collect. We're talking about an hour after I had the photos in my hand. I called them collect, and all I said to the operator was, just tell them it's Niagara-on-the-Lake, Canada, collect. Buckingham Palace accepted the call, and when they answered, they said, hello, Buckingham Palace Press Department. And I had a little to drink by now, you know, I was all happy because I knew what I had. They wanted me to ask for money. They just kept on saying, well, what do you want for the pictures? I'm going, I don't want no money from you people. I just want to make you aware that I have 6 photos of the crew of the Royal Yacht Britannia, who I'm well aware babysit Lady Di and Charles's children. So these people, during the day, were holding the future King of England. And at night, Private Eyes. Finally arranged a meeting with the National Enquirer. I get there, and this guy, I swear to God, he looked like Danny DeVito, comes up to me. No, should I tell the thing with the nose? That was pretty funny. So that I get in there, I tell the guy, when we meet there, I'll be with another guy, and we'll both have Toronto Blue Jays jerseys on. That's how you'll know us. We walk in, and this little guy starts doing this thing with his nose like this, like a code. I look at my brother. I says, did you just see that? My brother's nerdy. He goes, Dean, don't get crazy. I says, no, that was code. So I start doing this thing where I start dancing around, going, right? And this little guy starts going, no. No, keep it down, right? So finally, after dancing around and everything, I get to the table, and I pull out, he says, can I see the pictures? So I have 6 Polaroids. I pull out one, I give it to him, and right away, the guy looks at it, he goes, oh my God. Takes his phone, he goes, just give me a minute. And he calls the National Enquirer. And he says, yeah, it's not a hoax, it's them. And then he says a few other things, yes, blah, 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 hangs up the phone. I go, what the hell was that? He goes, it can always be a hoax. He goes, to tell you the truth, it was my job to follow these guys around that day. He goes, and that's how I know this is them. He goes, these should be my pictures. He goes, I can't even believe this. And meanwhile, everyone here thinks I'm crazy. They're going, Dino, what are you talking about? I'm going, believe me, the Queen, Lady Di, means nothing to me. But to some people, it's big news. As you can see right here, because 50 million readers, and we're on the first page. I mean, it's something, right?
Did we say tabloid TV?